Shalom everyone, this is Rabbi Yonatan with a weekly Torah thought from this week's Parsha, Shmot, which is Exodus, the first Parsha, the first weekly portion of the book, the second book of the Torah, of Exodus, of Shmot. And this is, of course, the story about Egypt, the Israelites in Egypt, and the Exodus from Egypt, where the Israelites were slaves for hundreds of years. And then they were redeemed by God, or they were redeemed with the help of God. Two very similar, but a little bit different kind of ideas. Why did it take hundreds of years? We find an interesting interpretation from the Nachalat Chamisha, who says, V'otzeiti etchem, right? And God took us out, I took you out, mitachat tzivlot Mitzrayim, from the suffering of the Egyptians. Not just of being in Egypt, of being in Egypt and of the Egyptians, of the Mitzrayim. Shelo tuchlu lisbol et ha-Mitzrayim. That when we get to a point where we can no longer stand, we can no longer suffer what we're suffering from, it is only in that point that God can begin to help us with the redemption. It's a very interesting idea. It's like hitting rock bottom or saying, no more, never again, I can't do this for another minute. There's something about that conviction that allows for a change, a shift, a redemption. Maybe as we suffer and have difficulty breathing and watching wildlife perish and extinctions perhaps happen and people have difficulty breathing and maybe this will, even though it's terrible, suffering and we don't want it, perhaps it will help us to say, as the Israelites did in Egypt, no more. We can't stand, we can't suffer this anymore. Let's do something drastic to improve our environment and try to make sure that we keep each other safe from harm, because we're all in this together. Shabbat Shalom.